Okay, so hello grade 9. Welcome to lesson number 9, Continental Drift Theory. I am Sir Wawi, your ever curious science buddy. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe para lagi kang updated sa mga susunod pa nating science lesson. Okay, so ito na anak, ito yung una nating topic sa Earth Science after Physics. So from Physics, magta-transition tayo sa Earth Science. So hopefully, maging memorable experience ito sa inyo and I know na may idea na kayo about this kasi na-encounter niyo na ito nung elementary kayo, naririnig niyo na ano po about the continental drift theory. Okay, so let's read the learning competency. The learners identify and explain evidences that current continents are separate parts of what was a single continent millions of years ago. So meron kayong idea, single continent millions of years ago. I know na familiar kayo doon sa word na Pangaea, 'di ba? Narinig niyo na 'yon. It's a large mass of continent. Okay, at pinaniniwalaan na yung ating mga continent ngayon is nag-originate sa Pangaea. And we believe that these continents are once a whole continent. Okay, na gumalaw lang, okay, through plate tectonics or tectonic movements. Okay, and then eventually ito na yung ating present day. Okay, so hindi lang naman kasi pwede nating sabihin yung claim na ay dati Pangaea lang. One large mass of continent. Okay. Ang dami kasing pwedeng mag-claim ng ganun eh. Pero, while you claim that particular statement, you have to provide evidence. And that's what we are discussing or that's what we are looking, okay, on this topic. Okay, ano ba yung mga ebidensya? Ano ba yung mga proof na talagang itong mga kontinenteng ito ay magkakadikit dati? At yun ang ating aalamin. Okay, so for the learning objectives, describe the concept of continental drift theory proposed by Alfred Wegener. Read maps or diagram illustrating the spread of the tectonic plate over time. Describe Pangaea. Identify and explain the pieces of evidences of the existence of Pangaea as biological, geological, climate, and seafloor spreading. Okay, so let's have a short review before we continue. So, sasabihin niyo lang sa akin kung true or false yung mga statement na yan. Okay, based on your stock knowledge ninyo ano po. So the first one, Earth's crust is divided into tectonic plates that float on the semi-fluid asthenosphere beneath them. Okay, so alam naman natin, crust is one of the layers of our planet. So ang sabi dun sa statement, yung ating crust daw is binubuo ng different tectonic plates. Okay, na meron nga tayong mga major plates and minor plates. Okay, meron tayong dito sa Philippines, meron tayong Philippine plates. Okay. So, na yung mga plate na yan gumagalaw. Para dito sa statement, ito daw ay naka-float on a semi-fluid asthenosphere beneath them. Okay, at yung semi-fluid na yan, yun yung nagtitrigger para gumalaw itong mga plates sa taas. Okay, so is it true or false? Okay, it's true. Ano po? Totoo yan. Okay, so why is it true? The Earth's outer layer, the crust, is broken. Talaga, broken into large pieces called tectonic plates. And these plates, mga anak, rest on a asthenosphere. Yung asthenosphere natin, below the crust, okay, it's a soft, semi-fluid layer of the upper mantle. Okay, matatagpuan siya sa upper mantle and lower crust. Kumbaga, nandun talaga yung asthenosphere. Because the asthenosphere can slowly flow, okay, the plates are able to move over it, causing earthquakes. Na kapag gumalaw itong mga plates na nasa ibabaw, ito yung nagkakos mga anak ng earthquake, volcanic eruption, and even mountain formation. Okay, yung ating sikat ngayon na Himalayas Mountain, the Mount Everest, nabuo yan because of the collision of plates. Okay, millions of years. So, think of a tectonic plates mga anak like a puzzle pieces na binuo natin. At imagine na lang natin na yung mga puzzle pieces na yon, okay, nagfo-float sa isang thick and slow-moving layer na semi-liquid. Okay, just like ice floating on the water, imagine niyo ano, although they move very slowly, sinasabi na yung mga plates na yan gumagalaw every year ng centimeters lang naman yung paggalaw, Pero 'pag napakaliit, 'di ba? Imagine na napakaliit lang centimeters, eh. Pero 'pag pinagsama mo yung centimeters millions of years ago, it will make a difference talaga. Okay, ano po? So next, plains are elevated flatlands, okay, that rise sharply above surrounding areas and can be found on every continent. Okay, so what's your answer? It's false. So why is it false kaya mga anak? So talagang itong description hindi para sa plain. So this description actually refers to plateaus. Bakit kaya plateaus, not plains? So yung plains na sinasabi natin mga anak are broad, malawak yan, flat or gently rolling areas with low elevation. Nasa low elevation ng mga plains, hindi siya matatagpuan sa elevated areas. Okay, so yung description talaga na to para sa plateaus yan. Because plateaus are elevated flatlands nasa mataas that rise sharply above surrounding areas and can be found on every continent. Okay. So remember mga anak, just remember, plains are low and flat, nasa mababa, while plateaus are high and flat. Okay? Next, the Earth's continents exhibit a variety of crustal features including mountains, plains, and plateaus. It's true. Okay, true naman talaga because continents have many different landforms. Okay, na may mountain, plains, plateaus, valleys, hills, and many geographic features. So these features, yung mga ganyan, yung mountains, plains, and plateaus, nabuo yan, okay, by processes such as tectonic activities, paggalaw ng ating tectonic plates, even weathering, even erosion, deposition, or climate. Okay. So if you travel across a continent mga anak, imagine natin, you won't see only one type of landform. Hindi ka lang makakita ng isang landform na bundok lang, puro bundok. Okay, you won't see only one type of landform. You'll encounter mountains, okay, wide plains, high plateaus, and many other features. Okay, next. The distribution of the crustal feature is influenced by factors such as tectonic activity, erosion, and climate. It's true. Okay. Kasi, Earth's landforms are shaped by several natural processes like una, tectonic activity na pwedeng makapag-build ng mga bundok. Okay, it can create all faults. Okay, another, yung erosion, wears down rocks and reshapes the land, di ba? And then climate affect how quickly weathering and erosion occur. So, Earth's surface is constantly changing. Pabago-bago yung ating pinaka-surface because of these activities. Okay, some processes build landforms while others slowly wear them away. Okay, and then, ayan, okay, so next, deserts such as the Sahara and the Atacama are characterized by warm conditions and sparse vegetation influenced by crustal features like mountain ranges and prevailing winds. Okay, so talagang ito'y false. Ano? So tandaan natin mga anak, not all deserts are warm. Okay, a desert is defined by receiving very little rainfall, that by its temperature. So, for example, the Sahara Desert is a hot desert. However, there are also cold deserts, mga anak, such as the Antarctic Desert and the Gobi Deserts, which can have freezing temperature. So, hindi lang talaga ang desert ay nakakarakterize as warm conditions. Sa iba-iba yung characteristics ng isang desert. So, to correct the statement, deserts deserts such as the Sahara and the Atacama are characterized by very low rainfall and sparse vegetation. Their formation, okay, is influenced by factors such as mountain ranges, prevailing winds, and ocean currents. Okay, so yun po. Ano po, so baka kasi ma-think natin na pag narinig kasi natin yung desierto, warm agad or ganun ano. So iba-iba yung characteristics ng desert. May warm, may malamig din. Okay, like yung ating um, Antarctic Desert. Okay, so exploring Pangaea and the continental drift theory. Okay, so tingnan natin. Students will be able to explain the concept of continental drift and describe how it influenced the distribution of landforms, climate, and living organisms on Earth. Okay, so did you know that the continents were once part of Pangaea? How does this idea spark your curiosity about Earth's past? So, meron kayong dapat panoorin na video pero hindi ko yan pwedeng i-play dito. So, anyway, okay, so what is a Pangaea and how it moves? So millions of years ago, all the continents were joined together in one supercontinent called Pangaea. And over time, it broke apart and moved to where we are today. So how it moves? About 250 million years ago. Okay, we have the so-called Pangaea or the supercontinent. All the land was joined together as one giant supercontinent. Okay, na ang tawag nga natin is Pangaea. And then about 150 million years ago, okay, Pangaea begins to break apart. Okay, into two large land masses, Laurasia or Laurasia in the north and Gondwana in the south. So in other references mga anak, hindi nga yan 150 eh. Okay, in other references may nagsabing 175. Pero sa ating references, sa ating LE, ang nakalagay doon is 175 years yung nakalagay when the Pangea starts to break apart. So anyway, okay, since that's the case, okay, ang atin lang namang focus dito is how it moves. The third one is yung present day na natin. Okay? While these continents moves or separate, nakabuo na tayo ngayon ng iba't ibang continents. Okay? We have North America, South America, Antarctica, Africa, Europe, Asia, and Australia. The continents, and even up to now, the continents are still moving, continue to move to their current position, forming the world we see today. And even now, gumagalaw pa din. At alam nyo ba, meron tayong news, yung Africa, okay, gumagalaw yung isang part ng Africa, okay, na possible na pag nag-continue yon, makabuo ng isang ocean sa Africa or parang bodies of water kasi parang nagsiseparate yun. Okay, yung isang part ng Africa. Kasi gumagalaw nga. Okay. So, the continents are still moving today, just very slowly. This movement is caused by forces deep inside the Earth. Okay, so what would you expect to see during the time of Pangea? Ano yung mga ine-expect natin na makikita during the time of Pangea? Okay, so plants and animals would be more evenly distributed across one large land masses. Similar species could be found in places that are now far apart. There would be fewer oceans separating land areas kasi nga buong buo diga. So ibig sabihin, nung magkakasama pa yung mga continent na yan, yung mga species magkakasama lang din or intact in one place. Pero nung nagkahiwalay na, okay, yung ating continent nag-separate, yung mga species naging diverse din. Okay, kumbaga kalat na in every part of the world. Okay, next. How does the continent drift explain landforms, mountain, valleys, and coastlines? So, continents moving can cause collisions. Yung paggalaw ng mga plate tectonics natin, mga anak, it can cause collisions that form mountains. Yung India po natin talaga, mga anak, okay, yung India, hindi daw yan talaga nakadikit sa Asia. Yan po ay nag-collide. Nag-collide po sa another continent. Yung collision na yon is, ang collision is continental to continental. Kaya nakabuo tayo ng mga mountain ranges. Okay, at tandaan natin, pag nagko-collide yung mga yan mga anak, yung ating mga tectonics, okay, possible may mabuong new landforms. Okay, may mabuong landform sa taas, it could be a mountain, okay, and kung sa baba naman, sa deep ocean, pwedeng mga trenches ang mabuo, okay, depending on the collisions. Okay, kasi meron din tayong tinitingnan doon. Meron tayong key kung ano ba yung mabubuo. Kung let's say continental crust to continental crust yung magbanggaan, okay, possible makabuo ng mga mountain ranges. Okay, for example, another is continental crust to oceanic. Okay, ano yung mabubuo? Or oceanic to oceanic. Ayan. So, separation of land can create valleys and drift zones. Coastlines may fit together like puzzle pieces because they were once connected. How does continental drift relate to plate tectonics and its effects? Continental drift is caused by the movement of tectonic plates. Tandaan natin, yung continental drift is caused by the movement of tectonic plates. Plate movements can cause earthquakes. Yun yung nararamdaman natin o nafe-feel. Volcanoes and mountain formation. And these movements can also affect climate and weather and where plants and animals can live. So, in general, the continents were once joined as a single landmass called Pangaea. Yun lang ang tatandaan muna. Single landmass Pangaea and have slowly moved over time. At gumalaw ng mabagal over time due to continental drift. This movement, driven by plate tectonics, explains the different arrangement of continents and the distribution of landforms, climates, and living organisms on Earth. Okay, so ano nga po ba yung ating continental drift theory na yan? So yung continental drift theory na sinasabi mga anak is yun yung idea na dati ang Earth or yung, dati yung Earth continents were once joined together. Yun yung idea ng continental drift theory na tinawag pa nating Pangaea na unti-unting gumalaw, okay, at nagkahiwa-hiwalay over a millions of years. Okay, at pag tinanong kayo, bakit sila gumalaw? It's because of tectonic plate movement. Okay, kaya gumalaw yan because of the tectonic plate movements. Okay, or because of the plate tectonics itself. Ayan. Okay, so unlocking Earth's vocabulary. Okay, so sige, rearrange lang natin yung mga letters based on the definition. So the first one, a large rigid slab of solid rock of Earth's lithosphere. Earth's surface. Okay, yung clue natin, Earth's surface. Correct, it's crust. A solitary supercontinent or solitary supercontinent, it's also Earth's surface. Solitary ha, supercontinent. Correct, Pangaea. Large rigid slab of solid rock of Earth's lithosphere, big landmass. Correct, it's a continent. What about this one? Large rigid slab of solid rock of Earth's lithosphere, Earth's surface. Surface din. Ano po? Tectonic plates. Large rigid slab of solid rock of Earth's lithosphere can be a mountain range that stretch across the ocean floor. Correct. Mid-ocean ridge. Okay, so para siyang mountain range na nasa ilalim ng uh, ocean. Okay, next. Ayan, we're done on that. So, hindi ako pwedeng mag-play dito ng video. So, hopefully is papanood nyo naman. Ano po? Ayan. So, understanding continental drift theory, rearrange these words. So, let's reveal. The continents were once connected as one large landmass and have since drifted apart over millions of years. Okay. For the next one, word set, rearrange lang din natin. The early 20th century by Alfred Wegener in first proposed that revolutionized our understanding of Earth's geological history. Word set 3. The continents were once part of a single supercontinent called Pangaea, which began breaking apart around 200 million years ago. Okay, so remember the supercontinent. Pangaea was a supercontinent that existed about 335 million years ago during the late Paleozoic and early Mesozoic eras. The word Pangaea comes from the Greek words pan, meaning all, and Gaia, meaning earth. Okay, it was single huge landmass where almost all Earth's continents were joined together. Okay, tandaan lang natin, single huge landmass, supercontinent. Okay. Break up of Pangaea and Continental Drift. Ayan ka ang sinasabi ko sa inyo, 175 million. Dito sa ating reference, ano, Pangaea begin to break apart around 175 million years ago due to continental drift. Sa ibang references, 150. But anyway, ang sundan na lang natin yung nasa reference natin. But, okay, 175 million years ago due to continental drift. This process slowly formed the separate continents and ocean basins we see today. The movement of land masses explains Earth's present-day geography. It shows that Earth's surface is always changing over time. Okay, tandaan lang natin yung mga points na yan. So, ito po yung ating Pangaea dati. It's a super continent. Ayan, a whole landmass. Okay, so tingnan natin. Ngayon pupunta na tayo dun sa pinaka-proof. Okay, na dati, ganito yung itsura, okay, ng ating mga continents na talagang sila lang ay gumalaw because of tectonic plates. Okay, this is the story map. So what was Pangaea? So Pangaea, sabi na nga natin, a supercontinent that exists millions of years ago. It was a giant landmass where all the continents were joined together as one big piece. Who was Alfred Wegener? Okay, Alfred Wegener was a scientist who came up with a continental drift theory in the early 20th century. Siya yung nagpaliwanag nito. Ano? So what did Wegener propose? Wegener suggested that all the continents were once connected in Pangaea and then drifted apart. to other current position. Sinabi niya na ang mga kontinente dating magkakasama at nagkakahiwa-hiwalay lamang or nagkahiwa-hiwalay lamang because of tectonic plates movement. Okay. Next, ito yung first evidence na dating magkakasama ang mga continent. Okay, the first one, feet of the continents. Continents like South America and Africa seem to fit together like puzzle pieces. So, tingnan natin para makita natin yung sinasabi ko. Okay, so tingnan natin yung continent ng South America and Africa. Para talaga silang puzzle pieces na talagang fit together. Tingnan niyo yung shape. Okay, para talagang fit or puzzle, exact puzzle. Ayan po. Okay, yan yung first evidence, yung shape ng bawat, okay, bawat continent. Okay, continents like South America and Africa seem to fit together, magka-fit. So, ibig sabihin, dati pala, possible na yung ating South America and Africa magkadikit dati. Okay, next, fossil evidence. Okay, ano nga ulit yung fossil? Remains of dead plants and animals. Similar fossil of plants and animals, like for example, the Mesosaurus, Glossopteris, are found in continents that are now far apart. Tingnan natin. Ayan, so yung ating fossil remains of the Triassic land reptile Cynoognathus. Okay, tingnan natin. Makikita siya sa South America and Africa. Another fossil evidence of the Triassic land reptile, Lestrosaurus. Okay, so tingnan ninyo. Okay, ibig sabihin itong mga continent na yan is magkakadikit dati kasi imposible naman na yung mga land, uh, what do you call this, land animals na yan is magtawid sa dagat, tiga. Okay, so ibig sabihin dati talaga yan magkakadikit. Another fossil of the fern Glossopteris. Okay, yung ating fern. Ayan po. Meron sa Australia, Antarctica, okay, and even in South America. Tingnan niyo yung Antarctica. May plant, di ka ang lamig dito. So, may nakitang fossil sa Antarctica. So, ibig sabihin, itong Antarctica dating nakadikit sa Pangaea na dati hindi pa ito sobrang lamig. Okay, so nai-imagine ninyo? Okay yung sinasabi ko. And then fossil remains of the freshwater reptile Mesosaurus. Okay, tingnan natin yung freshwater reptile na Mesosaurus. O, 'di ba? Meron sa South America and Africa. Hindi naman siya pwedeng tumawid ng salt water kasi nga sinabi freshwater siya reptile. Okay, so ibig sabihin, talagang itong dalawang to magkadikit dati. Okay, next. Third evidence, rock and mountain. Okay, correlation, similar rock layers and mountain ranges are found on different continents that match in the age structure. Ito, tingnan ninyo yung ating mga sa coastal rocks. Yung rocks na matatagpuan dito sa may North America, meron sa Africa, South America and the Cape Fold Belt, tingnan ninyo, magkadugsong talaga. Okay, so ibig sabihin itong mga ebidensya na ito, talagang nagsasabi na dati ang mga continent na 'to magkakasama. Okay, so talagang ayun po. Even sa ating Antarctica, maraming nakikitang mga, what do you call this, fossil remains ng mga plants. Okay, so napakaano naman 'di ba? Paano mapupunta yung mga plants sa Antarctica? So ibig sabihin talaga sila magkakasama dati. So based on this evidences, we can conclude that continents are once a whole continent na nagkahiwa-hiwalay lang sila because of tectonic movements or plate tectonic movements. Okay, so what we know, okay, the modern view. Today, we know that tectonic plates move on the Earth's surface, which explains how continents drift apart. This was discovered later with the development of plate tectonics. Okay, so truth or lie? Sabihin lang natin kung truth or lie ha, exploring continental drift theory. Continental drift theory proposed by Alfred Wegener in the early 20th century suggests that continents were once connected as a single landmass. It's true. The breakup of Pangaea began around 175 million years ago, leading to the formation of uniting continents as we know them today. It's false. Hindi nga nag-unite eh. Nagkahiwa-hiwalay nga. Initially met with skepticism, continental drift theory gained wider acceptance as evidence accumulated over the years. Truth. Okay. Kasi naraming na-provide na ebidensya eh. Kaya natanggap talaga siya totally. Ano po? Next, the theory suggests that continents move fast over time due to the movement of tectonic plates beneath the Earth's surface. It's a lie. Bakit kaya lie? Kasi suggest that continents move fast. Move fast talaga? It's slow. Sabi, slow movement. The breakup of Pangaea began around 175 million years ago, leading to the formation of separate continents as we know them today. Truth. Continental drift theory revolutionized geology and our understanding of Earth's history. Truth then. Okay. The theory led to the development of the plate tectonics theory, which explains the dynamic Earth's lithosphere. It's truth pa din. Wegener proposed that this supercontinent called Pangaea began breaking apart around 200 million years ago. It's truth. Ano po? Okay, so 200 million years, 150, 175, but okay, yung idea na it break apart million of years ago, it's true. Pangaea played a pivotal role in shaping Earth's geological and physiological history. It's a lie. Bakit? Pangaea played a pivotal role in shaping Earth's geological. Hindi naman yung Pangaea yung talagang nag-shape ng ating geological Earth's features. Yung Pangaea is a supercontinent, pero yung nag-drive doon sa ating Earth's geological features is yung tectonic movements, okay, collision of plates, not the Pangaea itself. Okay, so learners takes away, the continents are drifting away from each other. It's true, ano po, even though faced by many criticism accumulated by evidence or evidence supports the continental drift theory. Kahit marami siya nung una, nung pinopose kasi ni Alfred Wegener yung ating continental drift theory, marami siyang na-receive na mga criticism. Okay, pero yung sinabi ko nga na nang nakapag-provide siya ng mga ebidensya or proof, ayun, unti-unti na itong natanggap. Okay, kasi nga sa science, with, yung claim mo, pag wala kang ebidensya, talagang siya ay mapapasawalang bahala. The many continents we have now are formed from only one landmass, the Pangaea. The tectonic plates are moving apart, causing geological processes forming different landforms. Pieces of evidence of the continental drift theory are classified as biological, geological, climate, and the seafloor spreading. Fossils of the same species found in different continents are the biological evidence of the continental drift theory. Jigsaw feet of the coastline outlines presence of cratons in different continents, and tectonic feet are geological evidences. Distribution of ice sheets in the southern hemisphere proves that the continents with it are previously connected with one another. The mid-ocean ridge widens the seafloor because of the action of magma underneath it. So yung ating mid-ocean ridge, yan yung parang underneath mountain range. Okay, so dito sa atin, meron tayong Sierra Madre, di ba? Pero sa ilalim ng dagat, may mga tinatawag din na yung mga mountain range. Pero not mountain range ang tawag. Mid-ocean ridges. Okay, so continental drift theory. So Alfred Wegener's idea that changed our view of Earth. Ito yung pinaka-summary. What is it? The continental drift theory states that the continents were once joined together in a supercontinent called Pangaea, and over millions of years, they drifted apart to where they are today. Okay, so yung Pangaea, all the continents were joined together in one huge landmass, breaking apart na nag-break yung Lower Asia and then Gondwana. Okay, then the third one, we already have the continents and then the present time. So evidence na nag-support dun sa theory, the shape of the continents, yung mga fossils, similar rock formations, evidence of past climates, and then why do continents continue to move? Ano po? Continents move because of plate tectonics, the movement of Earth's lithospheric plates over the semi-fluid mantle beneath. Okay, this movement is very slow, just a few centimeters per year, but over millions of years, it makes a huge difference. Why is it important? Bakit kailangan nating pag-aralan to? It helps us to understand Earth's past and how life and environments change. Explains the formation of mountains, volcanoes, earths, and oceans. Speaking of, ito yung susunod natin na lesson. Paano ba na-form itong mga um, geologic features na to. Okay, pag nag-discuss na tayo ng plate and plate boundaries. Help scientists predict natural events and study Earth's future. Show that Earth is dynamic and always changing. And remember, the continental drift theory was the first step to understanding plate tectonics, the engine behind the Earth's movement. Okay, so thank you so much, grade 9, and I hope na meron tayong natutunan yung pinakakilang about the Pangaea, yung paggalaw nila, yung mga evidence, how it moves because of the plate tectonics. Okay, so thank you so much.